Since last Thursday, the efforts of the construction crews on the mansion have been to, number one, deal with structural safety issues. So acting under direction from the structural engineer, we've been installing shoring. We will eventually have shoring on all of the first floor, and then we'll start work on the second floor. The issue with the mansion, the first floor is relatively stable right now because you have the second floor structure still in place. On the second floor, because the roof is, for all intents and purposes, not functioning, besides the fact that it's opened, it's not holding the structure together. So as we move up to the second floor, we'll add structural bracing to keep the walls from flexing. So our efforts since Thursday have been to remove debris from the fire, to provide assistance to the preservation architect and the historic commission so that they can sort through the things that were physically on the floor, catalog what needed to be saved, and then remove the rest of the debris. And then we've been focusing on installing the shoring so we can render the structure safe and stable so that it can be ready for us to remove the old roof, put the new roof on, and then basically get the mansion in a spot where the designers, where the preservation architect and the rest of the design team can then work on the plan to do the restoration.
The plans that we had for the work that was underway when the fire occurred was for a deferred maintenance program. It was not for a restoration. It was to take care of some isolated scopes of work that needed to be addressed at the mansion. So we have all the plans and elevations in CAD. We will need to, of course, completely augment these plans and adapt them to the new conditions that we find at the mansion. And I know, in answer to the schedule questions, it's very frustrating to y'all, but the damage in the mansion, I actually really understated it when I said it's the transom and side lights around the door. The whole roof collapsed, and it's a very significant situation that needs to be addressed very carefully and methodically. And we want to give you information as it comes along, but we can't give you a schedule right now.
So in many ways, are you starting from scratch here?
We have a beautiful building to start with, and we have some great documentation of the way it looked, and we know this building very, very well. And no, I'd say we're not starting from scratch. We have a very firm foundation and very solid walls and beautifully restored windows in process right now. We're not starting from ground zero.